Hello there. This is Miss Marcel. This is my first video, and just a little background on me. I'm speaking about narcissistic abuse, specifically covert narcissism, and on their family, and multiple instances that I have experienced over the course of my marriage, my experience with this person, and that is over 15 years long. So I have a lot of experience and a lot of wisdom and a lot of good information that I am hoping to pass on to other people. And also, this is part of my healing journey. Okay, being very honest and very open here. So, today I am going to talk about the topic of what the narcissist may act like after you leave them. Okay, so at this point, you have been in a relationship, you've been in a marriage, you've experienced the abuse. It's been pervasive. You know what you're dealing with here, and you are tired, and you have left or are preparing to make your escape. So, what can you expect once you have gone, once you've left? So, prior to my exit, I did research, much of you guys have done and are doing. And what I found in my research from lots of reading and watching videos was that pretty much they were saying that the narcissist would come back and love bomb the target. They would cry out. They might cry actual tears. Okay? Even though the plan is just to temporarily bring this person back and continue the cycle of abuse, right? What I experienced, and I was expecting this. I saw it as comment below, let me know your thoughts. If anyone was thinking that it was validation, right? It would have been validating to have the narcissist to try to come back and love bomb, because it may show that they care, or it can be interpreted as them caring because they're crying at the moment when you say, hey, I want you to know that I'm leaving. They're crying, they're begging you to stay. They're love bombing you. They're taking the time to go back to who they were in the beginning in order to get you to stay, right? And that can feel like this person is still a good person deep down, or they're really sorry about what they did, right? So I think I was seeking some validation, and I'm sure a lot of other people are as well, through that secondary love bomb after leaving the narcissist. So here's what happened in my experience. That did not happen, okay? That did not happen. I left at a time when the narcissist was not present. They could not physically be there. There will be no interaction, no protesting, nothing, because I did it at a time when it would be easy for me. So, but we do share children. So I knew that this person, if he wants to love bomb me, if he wants to try to reconcile or anything or say anything to me, he will have the opportunity to do so. So when I saw him after the move, this person did not try to love bomb me. They were not remorseful. They pretty much acted like nothing really happened. So I have 3 key points that describe this more in depth. Number 1, they will act like the abuse didn't happen. This means that they will treat you cordial or even friendly. This allows them to look like the victim. Okay, so here's a little background story on that. Let's say you share a common ground with this narcissist, with the covert narcissist. It may be a workplace, it may be exchanging the children at the kids' school, etc., etc. A common ground where you cross paths with them. They will be friendly with you. They will say, hey, how are you doing? Okay, take it easy. All right, good to see you. You look nice, like your outfit. They will treat you like you are someone that they're holding the door for at the grocery store. Just cordial, nice, like you have no history, no background, no baggage with this person. They will pretend that the years of abuse didn't occur. It's not even pretending, okay? It's just like they have erased it from their memory, all right? Just like when you go on to in the documents on the computer and you delete something, it's like it never happened. It's not even like they're faking. It's just like, oh, hey there, how you doing? Like there's nothing there, right? It's not hard for them. It's not challenging for them. They're not holding back. It's just like, oh, okay, I can be cool with this person, right? And it's not even compartmentalization. Some people say narcissists compartmentalize. I beg to differ. I believe that they just don't care. It looks like compartmentalization, when you separate things and you can keep your emotions under control. But it can also be they just don't give a doggone, right? If they don't, nothing looks like somebody can, keep their feelings in check and regulate their feelings more than someone who just doesn't care, right? But I digress. So they will act like nothing happened. The abuse didn't happen. And this allows them to look like the victim, because if you react and say, you just gonna walk in here and act like you don't see the elephant in the room, this hot pink neon elephant, you're gonna act like what happened didn't happen. You could have gotten into a physical altercation with them. That's completely their fault. And I'm sure if you're dealing with a narcissist, I'm sure it's their fault, right? So you may be thinking like, okay, so where's the aftermath, right? We had this big blow up, this big move, this big event that happened as a result of the abuse. And the narcissist, you think they're going to address it. You think a normal person would be like, okay, let's talk about what happened. No, you already know they don't want to talk about nothing, especially when it's their fault, which it normally is. So if you decide to address it in public and you're there and there may be school staff present, kids may be present, you could be in a random place, could be in a grocery store, there's onlookers. If the victim, the true victim, okay, decides to confront the narcissist about their absent-mindedness or their just completely, their complete lack of acknowledgement of what happened, that person may become emotional, right? Because you're angry, you're hurt, you're upset. You've been ignored. So it's normal, we're human. We're not narcissists. It's normal that you're going to be emotional and you want to be heard, right? And this person is completely ignoring anything that happened. So if you say, well, what about what happened? And, how could you treat me like this? If you start to go into it, the narcissist is like, listen, I just want to get through this. I just want to be here for our kids. Can we not make a scene right now? And they're speaking in a calm, even tone. What does this look like to the onlookers? What does this look like to your kids? What does this look like to any random person walking by? It flips it. It turns the tables on the victim. And the narcissist will look like the nice guy, which is exactly how they want to look. They're the victim. It looks like I'm trying to deal with this crazy woman. I'm just trying to co-parent and take care of my kids. And this is what I have to go through, which will help to corroborate what they've already been telling people, is that this person's crazy. I can't deal with them. I just want to be a good parent. This is why I can't be with them, because look at how they're acting. They're full of drama, right? And we've heard this over and over again with the smear campaign. And as soon as you react, then they point the blame on, see, I told you, right? Point number 2, they will shut you out. They won't allow your voice to be heard. Okay? They want to shut you up, shut you out, and shut you down. They don't want you to talk. They want to keep you quiet. They want to keep you silent. All right? It's like they put you in a box or like a glass case, and people can see you and you can see them, but nobody can hear you. You can scream at the top of your lungs. Nobody can hear you. They want to shut you down. Okay? And this makes them look like they are the one that's being progressive. Okay? It's kind of similar to the previous example, but a little different slightly. So if they act like everything is cool, if they act like nothing ever happened, then you can't address anything because they're not bringing it up. They are ignoring it because if they bring it up, then you get to tell your side of the story. You get to confront them. You get to hold them accountable. If they say nothing, you have nothing to respond to. And if you respond, if you initiate the response, if you initiate the confrontation, it goes back to number one. It makes them look like the victim, and it makes you look like you are the aggressor. Makes you look like you're the bully, right? You're antagonizing them. You're full of drama, right? So you can be in their presence and you have all this energy, all this emotion, like you waiting for them to just look at you sideways and say, how dare you look at me like that? You're looking for them to act in any type of way that's the least bit disrespectful, inappropriate, rude, anything like that, because you want them to say something so you can speak on what they did. They're not going to give it to you. Not a drop. They're going to be like, hey, how are you? Oh, it's a nice weather we're having, right? Oh yeah. The program was wonderful. Okay, well, good to see you. Take care. They're not going to do anything. They're going to treat you like, you're their coworker. They're going to just treat you super duper cordial / friendly. They're not going to give you any opportunity, no window to have a reason to bring up the elephant in the room. So they put you in a dilemma. They put you in a catch-22 because if you say something, it's going to be a scene and it's going to make the victim look bad. If you don't say anything, then you're boiling on the inside and they know it and they get off on that. And they're like, she couldn't say a word. She couldn't say anything because I was killing her with kindness. And they know that this is also confusing. This is a huge gaslight as well. And they know this. And it just makes the victim, it's just infuriating. It's like, I have no voice. Okay. But you do have a voice. You do have a voice. But in the moment, you have to be strategic on that because you don't want to play into their game, right? Number 3, they go into a new character. When I say they go into a new character, if they've been mean to you, vicious, like I know they have, they become Mr. Nice Guy. And it's not even fake. It's just like they have closed that movie. They've acted their role, they've played their part, and now they've gone from being the villain, in a thriller to now being in a romantic comedy. Same actor, different movie. It's like they're in a new movie. They're the same person playing a different character. It's not even like it's fake, okay? If you read energy and you pick up on stuff, you're like, it will feel like, what is happening? Like you don't get that same toxic energy, even though mentally and logically, you're dealing with the same person. You're dealing with this person that is a chameleon and they can be whoever they need to be when they need to be it. You know this, right? But it's a mind F, right? It's a mind, you know what, right? The trickery of it all. It's a huge gaslight once again, because you're like, how do they have the ability to just flip this switch? And it's so genuine, right? Like multiple personalities, but it's not fake, right? And so they become Mr. Nice Guy. They're gaslighting you. They want to trigger you. They want you to react. They want you to say, you're acting nice. This is not who you really are. Da, da, da. Once again, they're trying to trigger you. They're trying to poke you to get you to say something. So, and it's very, from frustrating and hurtful and painful, because here this person is being seemingly genuinely respecting you, accommodating you, cooperating with you, right? And whatever you're still dealing with them for, whatever the reason, parenting, financial issues, financial business, right? They are just really cooperating. They're being a team player. They're being nice. They're doing more than their share. Okay. This may look like, in my case, co-parenting, this may look like, hey, I know it's late. I don't want you to have to go in and cook dinner. You want me to buy dinner and you guys can just take it home? They're doing extra, versus when you were in the household with the narcissist, living with the narcissist, okay, trying to please them, trying to do everything, trying to make things work. And they wouldn't bring anything home. They come home. They don't like what you cooked. Chicken again? Oh, I'm not hungry, right? They may have called you on the way home and asked what was for dinner and said, oh, okay. Then when they come home, they say they're not hungry or they don't want the chicken. And you slaved over the stove after a hard day's of work. And now they coming home, with their face all scrunched up, So they couldn't respect you during the marriage. They couldn't respect you during the relationship. But now they're giving you all the respect. They're giving you the utmost respect. They're appreciative. They're letting you know they appreciate, the work that you're doing with the kids. They appreciate this. They respect you as the mom, the mother of their children. They are really putting it on, okay? It's like you can't respect me. You couldn't respect me when we should have been loving and respecting each other. But now that the marriage is over and this person is out of the home, they're giving you all the accolades. They're even giving you some praise. And it's just really mind-boggling. The narcissists, they won't come back and love bomb you if they know that you have them figured out. If they know they can't get any more juices out of you, they done squeezed that lemon, there's nothing else left. If they know this, that you have figured them out, you know what they're going to do, you know the routine, you know the pattern, you know the game, why would they come back and love bomb you? What are they getting out of that? Now, that's not to say that they still aren't crazy. That's not to say that they may not be stalking you. That's not to say that they may not let some time go by, some months, years, okay, until they think that you have recovered and healed and then they can swoop back in. That's not to say that. But the initial love bomb, the initial, right after leaving them, they may not jump at that love bomb. Right? They may not go back into that because it's not serving them. Everything is about them. Why would they come back and love bomb the target if they know the target is no longer the target? You're no longer the target if you're not going for it. Right? You've researched, you know what gaslighting is. You know what love bombing is. You know what moving the goalpost is. You know all this terminology. It's therapists that don't even know this stuff. Okay, I know that from experience. So don't take it as a loss. Take it as a gain. If somebody that wants to hurt you knows that they can no longer hurt you, that's a great thing. Okay, that's growth as well as pain. There's no growth without pain sometimes, and just know that. If they don't try to hoover you and try to suck you back in, it's just part of the healing process. And that means that you are moving forward in your recovery. So thank you so much for listening. I will be making more content. And take care and be good to yourself. And take time for yourself. Take time to heal. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. God bless.